Good morning, Larry Stendebach from First Rule Film and Pelopidus, and from R&D. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good morning.
What do you got today?
Well, hey, today we're going to talk about Microsoft's big conference they had this week.
Yeah.
And normally, we talk about Apple events and we talk about Google events, but Microsoft events are generally very boring, let's be honest. The reason I bring this one up, though, is this is the first one in a long time. It was actually really exciting, and they showed really innovative new ideas and some things that I think
I thought you said Microsoft was innovative and exciting.
I know, I did, right?
Wow.
It's exciting. So let's kind of run down some of the items they announced, and really I want to focus on three things that were really cool. But really quickly, they did give an update on Windows 10, and basically Windows 10 now has been released for 10 weeks, and in the 10 weeks it's been installed in 110 million devices. So it's one of the largest acceptances of this OS.
That shows you how good Windows 10 is, but also shows you how bad all the other ones was.
Windows 8 and 8.1 were horrible.
Right.
So, but I would say to everyone now, I've upgraded it on enough machines that I think that the growing pains of the installs are over.
All right.
And if you're looking to install, if you've been putting it off, it's probably about time. Things are really nice and it works really well. Moving on, they had some updates to Xbox, of course, and I'll get to kind of one of the big updates that they're pushing Windows 10 to the Xbox, which is an interesting thing. But they also add the ability for Xbox 360 games to be played on the Xbox. So your old games can now work on your modern Xbox.
Kind of like nice. ColecoVision. Remember how they used to have that thing?
Kind of like that.
The old school?
Moving on to one of the more interesting things. We've talked about it in the past, HoloLens. I actually had a tech segment on that months ago. So Microsoft's got a headset that's an augmented reality headset. It's like a clear visor that overlays and projects images into your eye that are holograms.
Okay.
And so it might, I could be looking at you with HoloLens and you're wearing a wizard hat or something. And it looks like you're wearing a wizard hat. Neat, but they're actually real amazing applications for it. There's some great mixed reality gaming that they showed where basically they had aliens, ships crashing through your actual wall that you're looking at, and you're able to aim your hand. Really neat stuff. They also showed a lot of interesting engineering demos. But one thing I really wanted to share with you guys this morning is that First Rule actually got an invite to be one of the first developers for HoloLens.
Oh boy!
So we will be getting it probably in they're shipping very first couple days of 2016.
So what does that mean? That means you guys are going to develop a game or an app or an application,
and we'll be able to get access to the hardware. So as soon as it's in, I'll be bringing it in and share it with you guys.
And this is the one with the visor, with the overlay of the glasses.
Correct.
So it looks like you're wearing blue blockers, but it's actually a hologram.
Basically, instead of virtual reality, which you hear a lot about, that's a visor that completely covers up your vision. It makes you feel like you're in a different space.
Right.
Augmented reality is a clear visor. You see what you would normally, but it overlays via projections of light things on top of the real world. So if for engineers, they're able to, if they're designing something, let's say for a motorcycle, they're able to actually physically work with the 3D models on top of the actual motorcycle in real life. It's crazy. It's going to actually change a lot of things. It's really neat.
How can you apply that to woodworking? That's what you have to come up with.
Well, imagine this. Say you got a piece of wood that you want to carve something out of it. You could project the 3D image hologram of what you want on it. So you could then carve around, essentially like tracing, as opposed to...
that's insane.
And that's a simple example. That's something that could just right out the bat work.
Wow.
So really neat. Microsoft's making some really big advancements in that area, which is really neat.
How about that?
They talked a little bit about the Microsoft Band, which is their wearable. It's kind of like a Fitbit competitor. Neat stuff. They just added more sensors, but to me, it's kind of boring, so we'll skip over that one. Okay. The really exciting one, this is the one that I think we have everyone here at First Row really excited, is actually the new Windows phones. I bet you wouldn't expect me to say that. You're right.
Windows phones are exciting.
No one uses Windows phones, right?
I don't know what you did with Larry, but we want Larry back. I don't know who you are.
Here's what they did that is so interesting. They kind of did the holy grail, what we've all been looking for a long time. Their new Windows phones run full Windows 10. So they run the exact same operating system as your laptop or your desktop. And it comes with, or they actually are selling a really nice little dock with it. So the idea being, I don't have to carry a laptop anymore. I don't have to carry my desktop, and I don't have a big desktop at home. I literally walk into work, and I dock my phone, and that is my laptop. I got a full desktop experience with keyboard and mouse. Everything that I have is on my phone, and all my apps that I'm used to on a full-powered PC
your
work on my phone.
Then projects onto your screen, so to speak.
Correct. And you could still use your phone like normal. They kept that working, but essentially it powers the PC in the back end. And you're able to run your high-end like Photoshop and your actual programs.
So it's as powerful as a regular laptop.
It's got the big one has an 8-core 1.8 gigahertz processor, which is pretty amazing.
1.18 gigahertz. Holy mackerel.
Oh my gosh.
1.1 gigawatts. Oh my goodness.
And the price seems pretty reasonable.
You know, for an unlocked phone, it's really competitive. I just think that it's something that we've been, especially geeks like myself, have been wanting for a long time. So I want to carry less things, not more. So this could potentially replace my laptop, which is nice.
How much is the phone?
Well, the phones are launching in November for $549, starting at $549. So again, for an unlocked device, you're always ranging $500 to $800.
And these phones make phone calls too.
They do.
Yeah.
They do all of that as well.
So it's a smaller laptop that makes phones.
Yeah. That maybe you don't have to carry as much. So I thought that was really interesting. It was actually some innovative.
Larry Stendebach with First Rule Films and Pelopidus. We'll send him back to the basement with his lab coat on to come up with new things for next week. Larry, thanks for checking in.
Thanks, guys.
8:26 here, Big 550.